Hi, namaste. It's Jackie. We're going to do a little yoga together today. So if you have a yoga mat, you can get that set up. When you lie your mat out on the floor, I'd like you to have room behind you to stretch your arms up over the head. When we are lying on our back, we'll do some movements like that. And if you have a blanket or something to pad your knees, that could be really helpful too. So get what you need, and I encourage you to take a little time for yourself. So we're going to be doing our practice for the next 35 or 40 minutes, and I encourage you to turn off your phones and your devices, close the door of the room that you're in, and just take a little time for yourself. So we're going to begin today standing on our feet, and we're just going to do some movement to start out. So you might step your feet out a little bit wide and start to rock side to side, and you can shake your hands. I'm shaking them palms down. You could also try shaking them palms up, or one up, one down. Just look around. And then you can circle your wrists around. You can keep rocking. Circle the wrists. And so there's various ways you can circle your wrists. You can circle them with the hands, the fingers open, or you can make a fist and circle your wrists, which is interesting. And then you can also put your thumbs on the inside and make circles. Joint rotations are nice for the joints, of course, and they're also kind of calming for the brain. So little circles, and then just shake your hands again. And then just standing, you can have your feet comfortably wide. Let your head roll around. Just do some neck rolls. See how that feels. You can notice any little sounds that you hear. Go the other way with your circles, so go both ways. And then just start to let your body move, your whole upper body sway around in circles. You can move your hips around, stretch things out. You can go both ways with that as well. And then come to the center. Do some shoulder rolls. And then step your feet in so that your joints are lined up, your hips, your knees, your heels. Stand nice and tall, and we're going to begin to move our arms up and down. And here we're going to start to coordinate the movement with our breathing. So we're going to breathe in and out through the nose. So just take a big inhale. You could shrug your shoulders. Let out a good sigh. And then inhale your arms out to the side and up over your head, and breathe through your nose. And then exhale your arms down, and as the hands lower down, lower your eyes down. And beginning to think about your breath and your movement coordinating together. So exhaling down. You can turn the palms down as they cross your shoulders, and let the palms turn up as you reach up and down. And some nice breath, just letting your arms float up and then down. Let's do one more like that. Nice big inhale to stretch up. And then exhale, come down. And then we're going to do a little movement where we're going to lean forward and move our knees and move our hips. I'm going to turn to the side. You can still have your feet hip-width apart. Inhale your arms out to the side as we just did. And on your exhale, keep your arms up, bend your knees, and let your hips go back, and then let your arms go down, and you can let your head bow down. And on your inhale, lift your chest and look up, and maybe straighten the legs a little bit. And on your exhale, sink back down. And then inhale, let your arms rise up first, and then come up to standing, and you can lean back. And on the exhale, lower your arms down by your sides. And we'll repeat that a couple of times. So big inhale, take your arms out to the side and up. And then exhale, sinking back. And then you let your arms float down. And if you like, you can let your head bow down. Unless that makes you dizzy, you can keep your head up. And then inhale, long spine, and straighten your legs a little bit. And then exhale, bend your knees and let your head go back down. Now inhale, bring your arms and your chest back up and then rise up to standing. And exhale, your hands back down by your sides. Good, one more like that. Inhale your arms out to the side and up. Bend your knees, sink down, and then you can let your arms start to float down and your head bow if you like. Inhale, just lift the chest and straighten the legs a bit. Exhale, bend the knees, bow back down. And then inhale, let your arms rise first, your chest lift, and then up to standing. Maybe you even lean back slightly here. And then exhale, your hands down. And see how you're feeling. You can give everything a little jiggle here. And then to continue to kind of wake up our hips and our legs, we're going to do a similar movement where we're going to sit back in, it's called chair pose, so like you're sitting back in a chair. So you can touch the sides of your hips, take an in-breath. And on your exhale, just sink your hips back, lean forward with a flat back, and slide your hands down the sides or the backs of the legs. And then inhale back up to standing, get tall. And a couple of times like that. Exhale down. And inhale back up. You can bend your knees quite a bit or a small amount depending on how it feels. Exhale down. Inhale back up. So this one we're going to hold one breath when we get down there. So exhale down into your chair. And when you inhale, lift your arms forward like we did before, but we're not going to stand up. And on the exhale, bring your arms back down. Pull your belly in. And then inhale up to standing. Okay, well this time we'll do that 2 breaths. So exhale, sit down. And then inhale, chest lifts, eyes lift, arms float up. And then exhale, let your eyes and your hands go down slowly. And do that again, chest, arms, eyes going up. Exhale, going down. Stand up this time. Inhale. Then we'll do it 3 breaths this time. So exhale down. Inhale, chest, arms, eyes, lifting as you keep the bend in your knees. Exhale, eyes and hands go down. Inhale, chest, eyes, arms. Exhale, float down. One more. Inhale up, and this time hold here on the exhale. And on your inhale, stand up, and you're welcome to lean back a little bit. And then exhale your arms down. Take a moment to step your feet out a little bit wide, and we'll let everything swing here. So we're going to let the arms swing and the head turn and peek over your shoulder, maybe looking at the floor behind you. Let your hands flop around and tap your back. This taps the kidneys, so it stimulates the kidney meridian. So we're turning our neck and the spine and even the hips a little bit, so the back heel kind of rocks up off the floor. And then come back to standing. Take a moment, take a breath. Notice how you feel after those simple movements we've done so far. For the next movement, we're going to come on to hands and knees. So please come down onto your mat, and if you would like to pad your knees, go ahead and grab something to put under your knees. Always want to make sure we're taking care of the joints. So once you come onto all fours, we're going to come to the tabletop position. So the hands under the shoulders and the hips over the knees. And then inhale, lift your chest and your eyes, a little bit like we did standing. Exhale, pull the belly in so the low back rounds. Fold back so your elbows touch, your hips go back, your head bows. And then inhale back up to all fours and lift your eyes. And again, belly in as you exhale back. Inhale, rising up, lifting your eyes. And again, exhale back. So when you rise this time, pick up your right leg, stretch it back behind you, and hold it there, and circle your ankle. And then put the toes of your foot on the floor and push back for a moment so you lengthen the back of the leg, the calf, the heel even. And then on an exhale, lower your knee down, and fold back. And when you rise up this time, lift your left leg and hold it there and circle that ankle. And then put the toes of that foot down on the floor and push back gently so you get a stretch in the calf and the heel, maybe the hamstrings. And then exhale, lower your knee down and fold your hips back. This time as you rise, lift your right leg and also your left arm. Stretch it forward. And on your exhale, let everything come down, your hand, your knee, and fold everything back to child's pose. And then other side, so left leg, right arm as you inhale, lengthen forward with the arm and back with the leg. And then exhale, come down and fold back. Let's do each side again. Inhale, right leg, left arm. And then come down, fold back smoothly. And then left leg, right arm, inhale. Exhale down, come back. Now this time, come up with only the right leg. Touch the toes down again. So this does stretch the back of the leg. It also helps us to notice that that hip is not popping up. So try to keep your hip neutral. And then take an inhale, lift your right foot. And on your exhale, round your back, pull your belly in and tuck your knee in towards your chest. You can tuck your head too. And then inhale, stretch your leg back out. And do that again. Exhale, tuck. And then inhale, stretch your leg back out. And then hold it up there, bend your knee. And we're going to make some circles from the right hip joint. So just let your knee go around. Keep both arms nice and steady. Go both ways with your circles. And then straighten the leg again. Put your foot down. Push back so you get a little stretch. And then on an exhale, lower your knee down and fold back. Please rise up and lift your left leg on the inhale. Exhale, round the back, tuck the knee toward the chest. Inhale, lengthen the leg, lift the chest. Do that again. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lengthen, hold in place, bend that knee, and then some hip circles. So let your knee circle around. First one way and then the other. See what you notice on this side. And then straighten the leg again. Put the toes down. Push back through the heel. And then exhale. Fold back. So just inhale up one time to all fours and lift your chest. And fold back on your exhale. And then once again, inhale up with the right leg lifting. Exhale, put the toes of that foot down on the floor again. This inhale, lift your left arm forward. Hold in place on your exhale, pull in the belly. And when you inhale, lift your foot. And on the exhale, we're going to bend the knee again and tuck it in, and we're also going to tuck the elbow toward the knee. Go slow. And then a slow inhale to stretch your back out. Again, exhale, pull in the belly, slowly tuck in, no rushing. Inhale, lengthen back out. Again, tuck in, exhale. Lengthen back out and hold one breath on your exhale. Hold on your inhale, lengthen more. And then exhale everything down. Fold your hips back. Rise up on your inhale to tabletop. You could shake that right wrist a little bit. Exhale back. So please inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, put your toes down on the floor. Keep the foot on the floor and inhale your right arm forward. Hold in place on your exhale, pull the belly in. And here we go. Inhale, lift the foot. Exhale, round so that the elbow and the knee tuck in and the chin and the eyes can tuck. And then a slow inhale to stretch back out. And again, exhale. Back out, inhale. Again, exhale. Stretch out on the inhale and see if you can hold here on the exhale. And reach a little more on the inhale. And then exhale everything down, including your knee. Fold your hips back. Rise up to all fours. Maybe give the left wrist a little shake. And exhale back to child's pose, and this time we're going to stay in child's pose to rest. So you could just put your elbows down. For some people that's comfortable. You could stack up your hands or your fists to support your forehead. If your forehead comes to the floor, great. Just rest, and you can rock your hips. Notice your breath. And then please push back up to all fours again. We're going to push up to the downward facing dog position. So if you tuck the toes of your feet under and on an exhale, lift your knees up, push your hips up, and start with a little bend in your knees. Pushing down through your hands, lengthen the spine. And then begin to gently pedal your legs by reaching one heel slowly toward the floor and then the other. Be curious. See what you feel. Try again to bend both knees for a moment. Exhale, pull your belly in. And on an inhale, lengthen your legs. Try not to round your back. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, lengthen. One more time. Exhale, soften the knees. Inhale, try to get a little more length. One more exhale, soften your knees. And this inhale, lower your knees down to the floor. For the next movement, we're going to stand up on our knees. So walk your hands in toward your body. And you could tuck the toes under here. You can have the feet flat. You can see what's comfortable for you. And the movement we're going to do is to take the arms up over our head. So take an inhale. Remember we did that little shrug. So take an inhale, shrug your shoulders. Let out a nice sigh. And here we go. So we're going to inhale the arms up over the head, and maybe your chest and eyes lift here. And then exhale, pull your belly in as you soften down the arms and the eyes. And again, reach up on your in-breath. And down on your exhale. Do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale. This is called lightning bolt pose. So this time we're going to add a little bow to our lightning pose. So inhale your arms up over your head. And then exhale, bring your hands down and sweep them behind your back. And as you bring your hands behind your back, lean forward with your chest and lower your head toward the floor. Maybe your forehead even touches. And on your in-breath, as the chest starts to lift, bring your arms back out to the side and up. Lift your eyes. And do that again. Sweep your hands behind your back. Stack them up on your back. And if you can remember what you did, notice how you stacked up your hands and stack them up the opposite way. And then inhale back up, arms out to the side, chest and eyes and arms. Lift up. We're going to do two more like that. Exhale, belly in, float down. Inhale as if the breath lifts you up. Sweep your arms out to the side and up. And again, exhale. And inhale. This time just lower your arms down by your sides. Take a moment to notice your shoulders, maybe turning your head side to side. And then please push yourself, come back down to hands and knees. Now push yourself back up to dog pose. And hold your dog pose here. This can be a nice stretch for the back after those movements we just did. So maybe it's nice for you to just keep a bend in your knees. Maybe you feel like you can reach your heels closer to the floor. So find a spot where it feels comfortable for you. to hold a breath or two. So for the next part, we're going to do a sequence of movements where we're going to put these poses together, our dog pose and our lightning pose. So please inhale, your knees to the floor and look up. Exhale, fold back to child's pose. Inhale up to tabletop and lift your chest. Tuck the toes under and exhale, push up to dog pose. Pull your belly in as you push up. Inhale, down to tabletop. Lift your chest and eyes. Exhale, back to child's pose. And this in-breath, we're going to lift the chest and the arms all the way up to the sky. You can lift your eyes too. Exhale all the way down to child's pose. So lower your hands to the floor, fold back. Inhale to tabletop, all fours. Exhale, push up to dog pose. Inhale to your knees, lift your chest and eyes. Exhale back to child's pose. Now inhale up to lightning, arms up, eyes up. Exhale back down, child's pose. Do it one more time. Inhale to tabletop. Belly in as you exhale, down dog. Inhale to your knees. Exhale back to child's pose. And up to lightning. Inhale. Exhale all the way to child's pose. And stay. So again, you could rest and stack up your hands to support your head. Some people prefer to be on the elbows. Some people like tucking the hands all the way back beside the feet. So see what's good for you. You can sway. And then please push up to all fours again. And then up to your knees. And we're going to do a couple of movements in the low lunge position. So for this movement, we're going to step the right foot forward. You want that knee to track right in front of your hip bone. And you want, when we shift forward, a couple of things we're going to check about our knees. So the front knee, we want it to be over the heel. So if it looks kind of like that and it's sticking out over your toes, not so great for your joints. So try to line up the knee over your heel. And then the back knee, make sure it's comfortable. Maybe you need to kind of adjust the padding under that back knee. So for this movement, we're going to be taking the back leg arm, the left arm, up to the sky. So take an in-breath. On your exhale, pull your navel in, drop your shoulders down. And then next time you inhale, let your left arm lift up. As the hips shift forward, lift your chest and your eyes. And on your exhale, as the arm goes down, the hips draw back, and the eyes can float down. And do that again. Inhale, let the left arm float up. Exhale. Let's do that again. Inhale, let the arm float up. Exhale. So the next time we're going to hold. So next time, shift your hips forward a bit. Knees, the front knees over your heel. Left arm goes up, and hold on the exhale. Pull the belly in. And on your inhale, lengthen the left side more. And seeing how it feels, bend your elbow and either put your hand on the back of your head, or if you can, touch the back of your shoulder and open up your left armpit. Keep breathing. Exhale here. Inhale, lift your armpit. One more exhale. One more inhale, and then exhale, bring your hips back, lower that arm down, and come to all fours again. So you can take that knee back. Before we do that lunge on the other side, we're going to shift the hips back. And this time, move your hands forward a bit. And on the inhale, as we come up to all fours, this is called upward dog. So in this position, we're going to shift the hips forward. Bend your elbows a little bit here. And then exhale your hips all the way back. And you may compare the two sides after we did the lunge on one side. What do you notice? So inhale forward, little bend in the elbows, lift the chest and the eyes. Exhale back. Let's do that one more time. Inhale forward. And exhale back. And then come up on your inhale. You can stand on your knees, and we'll take the other foot forward. So this time it's going to be the left foot forward. And again, we're going to put that knee straight in front of the hip. This thigh bone should be straight ahead. And then check that when you shift forward, your knee isn't jutting out over your heel. So we want to keep that knee pretty much over the heel. It'll help stabilize that joint. And then just do a little test bend. Inhale forward, lift your chest. See what you feel here. Exhale back. Remember, we're hugging in the belly on the exhale. So now we'll move the right arm. Let's see how that feels. So inhale, shift your hips forward, right arm up. You may find it if you look at the floor, it helps you balance a little bit. Exhale, belly in, arm down. So inhale, up. Exhale, back. So you can let your movement be quite small with your hips. Maybe you can only go forward a little bit. Exhale back. So this time we'll hold. Check out the right side. So inhale forward. Hold on the exhale. Pull in your belly. Inhale, lengthen more. Exhale, bend your elbow. Maybe touch the back of your head. Maybe touch the back of your shoulder. And on your in-breath, lift a little more. Hold on the exhale. Hold on the inhale. And then exhale, you can shift your hips back, bring your arm down. And again, we'll come to all fours again, so you can walk that foot back behind you. We'll do our upward dog movement again. So exhale back. Walk your hands out far and wide. So a little wider hands can usually help the shoulders a little bit. So come forward, inhale. Bend the elbows a little bit. Lift your chest, lift your eyes. Exhale back, pull the belly in. Feel your spine get a little stretch as you go back. 2 more. Inhale, shifting forward. Hips, eyes, chest, lifts. Exhale back. 1 more time, shifting the hips forward. Remember, bending the elbows so we're not locking the elbows and the shoulders don't crunch up. And exhale back. Taking a moment to sway. So this time we'll try extended child's pose so the arms can stay forward. You could come on your fingertips. Just swaying, noticing the back and the hips here. And then please push yourself up, and for the next part we're going to lie down on our back. So you may want to just move your padding out of the way and come to lie on your back. And once we get down onto the back, you can pull your knees into your chest. And remember at the beginning we did some wrist circles, so try doing your wrists and your ankles together here. Go both ways. Again, you can make fists. Ankle circles also nice for just all the joint rotations, just really soothing. And then sway a little bit, massage your back. It may feel nice after the lunges. And then put your feet on the floor. Get yourself situated so your hips, your spine are even. And we're going to take a couple of breaths with the hands starting down by the sides. Inhale your arms up over your head to the floor behind you. Enjoy that lengthening stretch. Exhale your hands down, and as the hands float down, pull the belly in. Do that again. Inhale, lengthen your arms up over your head. Exhale, lower your arms, pull your belly in. So for the next movement, we're going to do a little twist with our legs. So we're going to begin by taking the arms out to the side in the T position. So try to have your hands slightly lower than your shoulders so they don't move your shoulders up by your head. So pretty much straight out to the side and then down an inch or 2. And you can turn the palms down, be kind of grounding. So keep your hands here and then draw your knees up into your chest. For this movement, we're going to keep the knees pretty much touching, and you can flex the feet. So inhale, lengthen your arms, and on your exhale, let both knees sway to one side, maybe 6 or 8 inches. And then inhale back to the center, see if you can keep them touching. And then exhale to the other side, maybe this time turning your head the opposite way. Inhale, center, knees touching. And we're going to repeat this movement and see if you can gradually increase the range of movement. So inhale, center with your head and your knees. Exhale to the side, head turns the opposite way. Inhale, center. So noticing your back particularly, you can go deeper if you like. Try drawing your knees closer to that elbow that's on the floor. Inhale, center with the knees touching. And exhale over. And you can turn your head the opposite way if you like. Inhale, center. So if your movement is quite small, that's fine. And if you're going all the way over and touching your knees to your elbows, that's fine. Try to let the movement and the breath be slow and smooth. And you can think about the knees hugging together on the in-breath as you come up. So exhale over, knees toward your elbows. Inhale up, knees hugging together. Exhale over. The next time you inhale up, pause. And you can put your feet on the floor for a moment, maybe relax the shoulders. And for the next part, we're going to come over to one side and hold the twist. So if your knees don't come all the way to the floor, if your legs don't come all the way over, grab a pillow or a blanket, or I have a yoga block here, and put it over there. We're going to go to the right first. So pull your knees toward your chest. Take your knees to the right and, prop them up in whatever way is helpful. When you take that left arm out to the side, see if you can get your shoulder on the floor. So if it's way up in the air, you may need to prop your knees up higher. So just get the support where you need it. And try to draw the knees a little more even with each other. Even like moving them just a little tiny bit closer can be quite a big movement in your back. So be nice. We're going to hold here for 3 or 4 breaths. So while you're holding, take a big inhale into your left chest. When you exhale, pull your belly in. You could try hugging your knees closer together. Again, inhale into your chest. Exhale, draw the belly in and hug your knees closer together. Do 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, belly in. 1 more lengthening inhale. 1 more slow exhale. Now when you lift, when you come up, pick up the top leg first and then the lower one, and then come to the center and put your feet on the floor and even up your shoulders and your hips and take a couple of breaths to notice the 2 sides. And then we'll do the twist to the other side. So we're going to take the knees to the left. When we're stretching the right side, you may notice that it feels quite different. Most of us are tighter on the right side because we're right-sided people, most of us. So bring your knees up. Take your knees toward the left. Keep pulling them toward your chest. And then you can support the legs like we did on the other side on whatever height is helpful for you. A pillow or 2, a blanket. And then when you stretch your right arm out, just notice if that shoulder is like way up in the air. Can you get your shoulder on the floor? And then take a big inhale into the right chest. And on your exhale, try to draw your knees slightly closer together. Pull your belly in too. Inhale. And then exhale, knees closer. Inhale into the chest. Exhale, draw the knees closer together. 1 more breath on this side. Inhale. And drawing in the belly, hugging the knees together. And as you inhale, begin to let the top leg come up, and then the second leg. And then put your feet on the floor, and again, a moment to notice the 2 sides. So scoot things around so you feel even. And you can just keep your feet on the floor with the knees bent and bring your hands, palms down by your sides. And we'll do our arms up over our head again. So inhale your arms up, stretching. Maybe the backs of the hands touch the floor here. Exhale down, belly in. Just stretch out the spine after the twist. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale down. So the next movement, we're going to keep the hands down by our sides, and we're going to lift the hips up. So you want the feet pretty close to your body, and when you inhale, push through your heels and let your hips rise. And on your exhale, let everything come down, and when your hips touch the floor, hug in the abdomen. So do that again. Inhale, try to look straight up as you lift your hips so you're not turning your head. And then exhale down, belly in. Now this time we're going to lift the hips and the arms together. So hips up, arms up. We're going to do this one 3 times. So slow inhale, lift hips and arms. Slow exhale. See if your hands can touch the floor as your hips touch the floor, and pull in the abdomen. That's 1. Inhale. Exhale down. That's 2. Do that once more. Inhale slowly up. You lift whatever amount feels comfortable for you. Exhale down. Let your hands touch as your hips touch, and pull your belly in. Now we're going to do a little variation of that movement. So please lift your hips and your arms. And then keep your arms up over your head and slowly lower your hips back down. Pull the belly in. When you get to the in-breath, lift your hips back up. Push through the heels. Lengthen back up. We'll do that 2 more. So exhale, lower your hips down. 1 more. Inhale back up. Keep your arms over your head, and then exhale down. And then we're going to push up and hold for 2 breaths. So please inhale up. Hold on the exhale. Pull in the belly. Hold on the inhale. Get longer. You can lengthen your arms a little bit. 1 more exhale. 1 more inhale. And then exhale everything down. And then once you've come down, you can pull your knees into your chest and give yourself a hug. Circle your ankles. You may even like lifting your chest here. Some people like drawing the forehead toward the knees. You can sway or rock in any way that feels good. And then put your head back down. Put your feet down. And for this part, as we begin to settle down, so we're moving toward our relaxation part. So try bringing your feet a little wide and let your knees touch, or just find a place where you can rest your legs comfortably with the knees bent. Place your hands on your belly and take a moment just with your eyes. Don't move your neck, but just let your eyes kind of scan the room that you're in and be aware of any light or colors that you see. Just get a sense of where you are. And then either choose one spot to look at, or if you're comfortable closing your eyes, just close your eyes. And then notice any sounds that you hear. Maybe you hear the sound of your breath. So beginning to let go now of the effort to move your body, of any effort to control your breath, and just begin to settle. So you can notice your neck and your shoulders. Maybe there's some little adjustment you'd like to do there to get more comfortable, your hips and your back. And then as we move into the relaxation, you can do a few things. So you may want to keep your knees bent like you have them now. You may want to rest your legs up in a chair or on a couch. This can be particularly nice if you have back pain, to elevate the legs or just keep the knees bent. If you're comfortable lying flat, you can stretch your legs out flat. But we want to make sure the back is comfortable. So for many people, this isn't that great. But if it's comfortable for you, fine. And then maybe you keep your hands on your belly, and maybe you stretch your arms out by your sides with the palms up. This is the classic position for Shavasana, the relaxation pose. So taking a moment to settle, And a couple of times during our practice we use the sigh. So let's do that once again. Take an inhale and then sigh. So just give yourself permission to rest for the next 5-10 minutes. And I'm going to close with a little prayer for you. Closing prayer. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at ease. May we all be safe. May we all be happy. May we all be healthy. And may we all live with ease. So I encourage you to continue to rest for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, at least 12 breaths. If you feel like you need to hop up and go do something, try to stay for 12 breaths. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.